So how much do college students really benefit from cheaper student loans? Here to tell us is Andrew Biggs of the American Enterprise Institute. Andrew, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So the president has been on his college tour recently. He calls it official business, but it coincidentally, although taxpayer funded, looks a lot like a campaign trip going to various college campuses in swing states that are going to be important to his reelection. But the message has been that he wants to freeze the low rate that's currently offered by the federal government on what they call subsidized Stafford loans. And I think the applause line in most of his speeches is that this is $1,000 for each member of the audience. Now, the taxpayer risk, of course, we've written about that and talked about that, but let's talk specifically about the benefit to the student. Is this $1,000 number accurate? What is the benefit?
The $1,000 number is accurate. What he doesn't tell you is $1,000 over the course of the entire loan. So that comes to somewhere around $7 per month. So this proposal of keeping the low interest rate in student loans, which President Obama favors, Governor Romney favors, and congressional Republicans favor, might be good for some students, but it's not a particularly big deal in terms of the bigger economic problems they face.
Okay, let's talk about those bigger economic problems, because you've been looking at this issue of what is the impact when someone comes out of school and either they can't get a job or they end up taking a job that didn't require their expensive education. I think most people, they might think it's simply maybe a rough year for them and then they join the workforce. But what you found is it actually can have more of a long-term impact.
Sure. For most folks, if you're working during a recession, you might take a hit on your earnings or have some unemployment, but then you recover after the economy picks up again. The problem for college graduates is those early years are when they're really building up their skills, matching those skills to a job. Around 2/3 of the growth in their earnings takes place within the first 15 years of their working life. And what a variety of research papers have found is that when folks enter the workforce after college during a recession, the effects aren't just immediate, they can last for a decade or more into the future. So it's really a big deal for college students today.
And this is a big deal politically because the Republican response to President Obama's college tour has been, look, the economy is the most important thing. That's what we should be focusing on, growth. Now, his response has been in all these speeches on college campuses, well, this is the economy because what I'm doing is helping their future earnings. But it sounds like the $7 impact on the one hand versus the future earnings lost from a low-grade economy right now, they don't really seem comparable.
Oh, it's not comparable at all. I mean, just to put it in perspective, what President Obama is touting is savings on interest of around $1,000 over about 15 years for the typical student loan. What I calculated is, assuming that college graduates are entering the workforce today with unemployment rates around 1 percentage point higher than they ordinarily would be, that's going to cost them around $40,000 over the first 15 years of their career. So the $1,000 for the students is a great thing. I'm sure they're happy to get it. What they would be more happy to have is an economy where they can, get that first rung on the ladder and start building their earnings and their experience after that.
Okay. Well, I guess we should point out, just to clarify, because I think a lot of these kids in the audience of these college tours may be confused, is this program doesn't really mean much to people who are seniors or even juniors in college now. Is that right?
Sure. Most college students who have already taken out their loans, they wouldn't be affected by this proposal at all. Their interest rates are fixed, so their interest rates will not rise. These proposals only affect new loans made under the Stafford program. So if you already have a loan, or if you're getting a loan under a different program, this really has nothing to do with you. It's not a terrible thing to do for students, but if this is the best the administration has in terms of helping folks in a difficult economy, they're really not being very ambitious.
That's absolutely right. Andrew Biggs, thanks for joining us.
Hey, good to be with you.